New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So, how's it feel? Being augmented.
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
You're right. I didn't choose to get augmented. And I still don't know if I would have if given the choice. But today felt good. Surprisingly good.
Dr. Reed said you'd take to them. Said it was in your genes. Just be careful, okay? A lot of people think there's a reason the human body rejects this technology over time.
I didn't peg you for the type who gets caught up in metaphysical debates, Malik.
I'm not. I told you myself I've got neuro enhancements. I'm just saying the choices we do get to make inevitably have consequences.
Yeah. Tell that to the bastard who did this to me.
I hear you. And you know what? You're not the only person in this place who wants to find him. So if I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us...
They were gone.
Whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
I'm gonna find him, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right. See you later, then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Roger that. Good night, Malik.
I think it's disgusting how public opinion has turned on David so quickly. Like it's his fault these lunatics keep attacking us.
I don't buy for a second he was with Purity first. I think someone slipped him into sight.
Well, well. If it isn't Attila the Hun, fresh from the killing fields. If this is about the Typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the Typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
What do you think they talk about? David and you, Darrow? Waiting for Detroit PD to get in. Trying to convince him to come out.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, Check in with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Get her to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
And I did. The Typhoon is safe. Sanders didn't know about it. He didn't even know his hacker was augmented. He's not the mastermind behind this, boss.
So you cut him a break? The man broke into my facility and took hostages at him. I thought you were ready for this.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, because so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
You got it.
Jensen, remember me?
No, that sounds too desperate. All our military contract.
Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment, on his computer maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path, maybe use the fire escape or something.
Neuropozyne. What could you guys want with an anti-rejection drug for augmentation patients? Reselling it? Providing a competitor?
Why do you automatically assume I was trying to turn a profit?
Alright, tell me more.
Really? Wow, thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
Did you get it yet?
Let me get...
Megan had made her presentation in Washington. The UN wouldn't be considering it.
This whole thing just brings back bad memories. I love working here, but it's hard going.
Mrs. Reed?
Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
They did what they had to do to save me. And in a way, I can do more now than I ever could.
I'm glad to know you take it so well. Many of us wouldn't be able to cope so easily with such dramatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. I can see why she loved you. Not even that degree of mechanical modification could change what she saw in you. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
You believe it? We had the place surrounded, and we were ordered to hang back. Since when did we take
Well, shit. If it ain't the Cap.
How you doing?
Didn't think I'd see you walking this boulevard anytime soon. That's for sure. Not after.
People tend to underestimate. Here.
My.
How about you?
Oh,
Because...
Yeah. Oh.
Or what?
Not sure.
I might need to do a little trespassing soon.
You being kind of vague, Captain, but...
You got that right.
Now.
Because the ballers were keeping...
Oh, I
hate to tell you this, Tish.
That's cause I ain't giving you the code yet. Jeez, Captain. Have... Interesting thing about the sewers in the city, Captain. Some of them pass right under the police station, but that don't stop some people from hiding things.
What kind of things?
I was not sure, but a bunch of them... Now, I was not advising you do this. You's being an AUG and all.
Because the ballers...
Exactly. You being an AUG now and all. But some of them old buildings over...
Keeping my fingers crossed the whole time that the building doesn't fall apart on...
Oh, they...
It's been a while.
What?
Fine.
What a... Rumor has it, somebody wanted to make sure it got to Miss Eliza's attention. Maybe had a shooter in a high place.
I wish I could offer you a drink to...
Oh, that...
I think I've got all the info.
I be...
I ain't got nothing for you. Check with the man. And keep your hands where I can see them.
You got anything you want to buy or sell? I'm the guy you want to deal with. Everything's on the computer, right at your fingertips. Be sure to tell all your friends. Just not the cops.
Grayson hooked me up with some real tight merch. Those UGG
suckers get in my face now?
I'm ready to pop. Grayson, where he at these days?
Yo, where you been, man?
I'm thinking about getting my pit bull in there. Get him some cider paw, cider bang.
I've been out on the streets a long time. A lot of bad shit out here.
Welcome to the Detroit Lobby.
If you ask me, these riots are David Seraph's fault. How can you say that? He has this air of arrogance about him, this sense of...
Mr. Jensen, I fixed up your apartment real nice. That special request you asked for works like a charm.
Welcome home, Mr. Jensen.
An extremely regrettable affair. I'd very much like to meet with David Seraph in person, to offer my deepest sympathies, and assure him that these attacks are in no way linked to Humanity Front. My people have worked tirelessly to provide
reporting to you live from Picus. All the media speculation surrounding that hostage situation in Detroit has just blown through the roof, thanks to the arrival of William Taggart, celebrity author and founder of the Anti-Augmentation Organization. Establishing security systems. See you soon, Mr. Jensen. There's no that would serve the moment.
There's lots of room behind the big screen. I put the stuff in there that you asked me to. And thanks for that little something extra you left. The wife will be happy.
technology to the forefront.
Before you ask,
Also be
no.
present.
Your mirror has not
So
been
far,
replaced, Mr.
Darrow
Jensen.
has refused our repeated requests.
Today I've had to deal with petty vandalism.
Welcome to the Detroit Automated Information Network.
I hope you ain't here looking for trouble, my friend. That would be a mistake you don't want to make.
I've been out on the streets a long time. Seen a lot of bad shit out here.
Access granted.
Whoa, man! That's some getup you got. Why'd you try to hide?
You an ex-banger? You got the look. Maybe you know the Big Ant. He's been busting
You trying to
DRB
scare
heads
me,
for
Skinner?
years.
Cause you don't.
Them D-Row cats is gonna get popped if they keep trying to tag over my shit.
Oh, yeah?
That's far enough. Leave quietly and you won't get hurt.
You don't want to get no closer, Og. You don't want to...
A handful of people were taken into custody this evening, following yet another to access the 2nd Avenue Live Clinic, found their route blocked by supporters of the Humanity Front movement. The pro-human organization had received permission to... Access granted. Access granted. Access granted.
Yo, Tyndall! I know you're here, man! What? You think you can just cut me off? Who is it? You gonna stay out there, asshole?
Access granted. Access granted. Access granted.
But let's raise some real tangible truth. This is not about the separatist movement. Give me a break. California is the reason we have augmented super soldiers.
Access granted. Access granted.
This is not about the separatist movement. Give me a break. California is the reason we have augmented super soldiers roaming the streets. Utah is the reason FEMA could drop you in a concentration camp anytime they feel like. So quickly forgot in the Cold War.
Jensen. What are you doing here?
I think you know why I'm here, Tyndall. I want Corella's security footage back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm Seraph Industries' chief of security. I'm pretty sure I can find out about an edited security tape, so don't bullshit me.
Ah, shit. Listen, Jensen, I never wanted things to get this bad. I'm not a bad guy. I feel for Corella, I really do. But sometimes, for a good cause, you have to get your hands dirty.
Oh, there's a good cause now?
Oh, I see. You think I'm selling the stuff, right? I understand why this would seem like an obvious motive, especially to an ex-cop. But trust me, you shouldn't always take things at face value. I'm not selling the neuropazine, I'm giving it away.
Giving it away? To who?
To the people who need it. You think everyone gets augmented by choice? No. Shit happens. And then what? You're saddled with neuropazine injections for the rest of your life, and that shit costs money. But what choice do you have? Without the drug, you'll die. Rejection syndrome, crippling pain, that just ain't right. So I did the only decent thing to do. I stepped up.
I can respect that. But blackmail is still blackmail. Corella wants out, and I'm here to make sure he gets out.
Man, this whole thing is becoming way too much trouble. I've even got 2 local pushers on my back because they say my philanthropic actions are undercutting their profit.
That's not your only problem. A gun-toting client was waiting for you in your apartment earlier.
Really? In my apartment? Shit, the dealers probably sent him. Tell you what, I'll deal with the client later. You take care of the dealers, and the footage is yours.
Okay, I'll help you out. But you better not be playing me.
You give me way too much credit, Jensen. I'm a security tech, not a hardened mobster. The 2 pushers go by the name PG and BK. They hang out in the alley near the basketball court. Just make sure they never bother me again.
You're asking me to kill them.
Well, that's a bit drastic, isn't it? But it's your call, as long as you leave me alone. The important thing is you need to take care of both of them. Look, I told...
You hear what Lazarus been saying? This country's
What the hell?
falling
You've
apart,
been reading
man.
the super spy manual
States
or
are looking
something?
to leave the Union.
Long coat, check. Sunglasses, check. Attitude, no doubt.
Access granted.
Don't hurt me! Please!
Look, I told you.
I've taken care of the dealers. Now hand over the footage.
Thanks, Jensen. Listen, I know it's not something you did from the bottom of your heart, but still, you saved my ass. Here's your footage.
Listen, Tyndall, I know you're trying to do the right thing. But we have to do things by the book, or we'll just have chaos. I'll put you in contact with someone inside Seraph Industries. They may be able to get you neuropozyne for those who need it.
Seriously? You'd really do that? Wow. I never would have expected this from you, Jensen. I really appreciate this. Tell Carell I'm sorry. Thanks, Jensen. I guess I misjudged you.
How may I be of service? Be sure to tell all your friends. Just not the cops.
I ain't got nothing for you. Check with the man. And keep your hands where I can see.
Access granted.
Mr. Jensen, David Seraph told me you'd be dropping by. I've just been reviewing the test results we received on you last week.
Should I start rolling up my sleeves?
Surprisingly, no. I see no trace of glial tissue buildup in any of your charts.
It's been 6 months, Doc. Shouldn't I be on neuropozyne shots by now?
One would think, but these test results show no signs of implant rejection. If anything, the bond between tissue and electrodes seems to be getting stronger.
So I'm free to go?
Well, Mr. Seraph did ask me to discuss another topic with you. You are aware that several precautionary measures had to be put into place during your first surgery?
Not all of my implants were switched on, I know.
The damage caused by the hematoma had to be taken into account. Your brain needed time to recover, to get used to the mechanical neural processors and turn them on naturally over time.
Cut to the chase, Doc. What does Seraph want?
He feels that you might be ready to speed up the activation process. using special software known as Praxis kits.
You mean I don't have to wait for my augmentations to kick in naturally anymore?
You can, if you prefer. But Mr. Seraph did make a generous donation to LIM in your name, thus ensuring that Praxis software linked to your particular neuroenhancements would always be available to you and you alone. Please, take a look.
Dr. LeBlanc, code blue. Dr. LeBlanc, code blue.
Very well, Mr. Jensen. Use it in good health.
I've never been under anesthesia before.
Is it true they stop your heart and the machine does your breathing?
More or less. I know it sounds a little hair-raising. Every day, several times a week. If you're here for some work, please go to the counters.
Protesting is not against the law.
I know that.
Adam, are you finished at the clinic?
For now.
Good. Right now I want to know who that corpse is. Head over to the police station and get his neural hub. And Adam, if you can't talk your way in, consider making a strategic retreat. There's gotta be another entrance on the side of the building.
You serious? You better not go there, man. Unless you want to get hurt.
Hello? At least it didn't get flat. I know. I'll get to it soon. I promise.
Is there a problem, sir? I'd advise you to stay away from the DRB gang if you can.
This is just the first step in the plan.
Access granted.
Interactive streaming. We'll stream you through and answer your questions as best we can, but don't get your panties in a bunch and hung up on. If we detect even the slightest suspicious fluctuation in signal, we have to shut down the world order and
The good Lord made you in his own image.
You see that
Why
Kid
would you
Dominguez broke the
desecrate
strikeout
yourself?
record last night?
Did you get it yet? Adam, please. You have to get that security footage back.
I got the footage. You owe me one, Tim.
Yeah, you got that right, Jensen. I mean, thank you so much. This is my life I just got back. Listen, I got a hold of a weapon mod. It's not much, but I figured a guy in your line of work could use it.
Listen, I know you were trying to do a good thing.
Yeah, you're right, Adam. I know you're right. Listen, thanks again.
Please move along.
Hello there. Well, you must be Adam Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're...
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
Oh, boy.
It is very high.
You got that?
Different.
Too much stuff got over.
Surely you have.
Yeah.
So what it...
First off...
Guess I'll...
Well.
Okay.
You almost...
Anything up?
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's nothing. And, please, don't bother coming back here with details. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to help. But the less...
That's all I need.
Welcome. I'm glad you came. I can never properly repay you for what you did, of course, but I would like to help.
What'd you have in mind? How does a guy like you know someone like that?
Growing up in my old neighborhood, you learn pretty quick to cultivate. You'll remember his name, won't you? Sarah, like the painter.
I can never thank you enough for what you did.
Access granted.
I don't care what some of the other folk at the office say about you. You're okay in my book. I don't care what some of the other folk at the office say about you. You're okay.
I hope you did the right thing letting that extremist
You'll
go
remember his
like
name,
that.
won't you? Sarah.
Yes, time will tell.
Painter.
You have to help Mrs. Reed find out